Hello, beautiful master manifestors. It is Livia Grace, and I'm back with another video. It is, I believe, day 18 of my 30-day challenge. So we are almost like a third of the way there. And today's video, we are just, it's going to be just a quick faith exercise. Really, I would like to kind of just have you guys come live in the end with me for just a moment. But before we get into that, I do have coaching links in the description, and I also offer guided sat scenes and guided revision scenes. All of that info is in the description. And I've made a playlist of my 30-day challenge videos because they've been really helpful and really helpful to people. Hey, Dracarius, how are you? It's good to see you. But yeah, and thank you for the like, Dracarius. Guys, if you want to support the channel, a like, a comment, subscribe, however, is greatly appreciated. So let's just start with a few quotes on faith, and I want you guys to really internalize or really just think about and meditate on what these things mean. I'm doing great, Dracarius. Thank you for asking. So faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you do not see. Okay? Faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you do not see. Okay? I feel like this is a Bible verse. I don't know the verse, but that is perfect. Like that encompasses manifestation pretty much. You're sure of what you're hoping for and you're certain of what you do not see. And so when you're looking for what you can see in regards to what you can believe or what you believe is possible to you, you are always, always limiting yourself, you guys. Another great faith quote, Bible verse as well. Hello, Thunder. I love you. You're the goddess. Another great faith quote is, according to your faith, be it done unto you. Okay? Now, this means that whatever you basically are able to believe is what you'll be able to receive, right? Whatever you're able, this is the difference between all the different levels of those that have been manifesting or, that are manifesting, those that seem to be able to do impossible things and those that can't or seem that they can't. It is according to your faith. It is according to what you believe about not only yourself, and this is why I really direct you guys to the God self, because when you're relying only on yourself, again, when you're identifying only with this avatar, you are automatically limited there. Even when you see yourself as a super, amazing human or superhuman, even, there's still that human, right? There's still that part that is not all that is. But when you can identify with the God self, then your faith becomes so much bigger. It becomes so much greater. And yes, you don't need to have faith, but to be honest, you guys, I'm not really teaching that, right? It's not that if you don't have faith, then you're not going to, you can't manifest or whatever. But I just know for your well-being, it's better for you to have faith. For you being able to persist and go on and on and on until whatever manifests, you do need to have faith. Nobody is going to persist in something that they really have no belief or no faith in that it's going to happen or that it's going to actually work out for them, right? And that's where a lot of people are falling off, because they're doing this with no faith. They're doing this like, well, let me just see if this internet stuff is real, or whatever. But they're doing it, and so you're almost looking out for like an opportunity to give up. You're almost looking out for something to prove to yourself, like, yeah, I knew it wasn't going to work for me. So according to your faith, is it done unto you, right? Faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you do not see. Okay? So what I want you guys to do right now is, whatever your desire is right now, I want you to go into the end of it. Maybe not just it just happened, or maybe it's been a week. And I want you to see yourself maybe talking to someone, maybe whoever you talk to, your best friend, your partner, your parents, whoever it is that you confide in. And this thing that you really, really want, you guys, and I want you to take what you really want, right? I want you to take not what you think is possible in this moment, or what, let's be realistic here, this is all I can do, but take what you really want. And I want you to bring it to your mind as done. I want you to see yourself telling somebody and hear yourself talking with someone, telling them, oh my God, this thing that I wanted, it's finally manifested. It's finally here. There were so many times where I doubted myself, but it still came for me. There were so many times that I was worried that it wouldn't come for me, and it still came for me. I want you to carry on this conversation. I want you to see their face, see their facial expressions. You know this person. You know how they would react. Maybe feel them embrace you and hug you and tell you how proud they are. Maybe you can feel tears start to come into your eyes because you're so happy now that your desire has unfolded and it's exactly what you want, even better, right? I want you to just dwell in that, guys, and I want you to include sensory vividness. Maybe you're sitting outside at the park. I want you to feel the sun on your skin. Maybe you can feel even a little bit of sweat beating on your forehead. I want you to feel this person next to you, wherever they're touching you, maybe on your shoulder, maybe on your leg, maybe they have their arm around you and they're so happy for you. I want you to feel this pride in your chest, the pride of feeling success, the pride of, I did it. It's done. I wanted this thing and I really manifested it. It really happened. I want you to also feel that feeling of knowing, wow, I do have the power to create anything. I do have the power to create whatever I want. At one time, this thing seemed impossible to me, and now here it is. I have it right in my hands, whatever that may be. And I want you guys to just dwell in this and for just a moment, have faith. What would that mean for you? What would it, and really accept it, really play pretend with me right now in this moment, you guys. It's not long, maybe another minute and I'll be off. But just for this moment right now, dare to assume that it worked out for you. It worked out for you. Now what? You got the large sum of money. Now what? What's the first thing you're going to go buy? What's the first thing you're going to go do? Who's the first person you're going to tell? What's the first meal you're going to go buy? Right? SP once, proposed or, is telling you they're on their way with their stuff for you guys to move in together. They can't be without you anymore. What's the first thing you're going to do? What's the first thing you're going to feel? Accept it as done in your mind right now and have faith. Have faith, you guys. Believe, like I said, not necessarily in yourself, right? Not in your avatar self, but believe in the God within you, okay? Believe in the God within you. The one that galactifies the galaxies is beyond any limit that you may have on yourself right now. So if you can't believe in yourself, believe in God within you and have faith just for this moment, just while you're watching this video. If you want to go off this video and say, whatever, that's up to you. I mean, according to your faith, be it done unto you. But for this moment right now, just imagine, just pretend that it's all worked out, not working out, not birds before land, not signs. It's done. And now what? Right? Now what? And just dwell in that for a moment, you guys. You guys can dwell in this as long as you would like to. Let's see, I make sure there's no questions in here. Oh, Thunder says she was just thinking before I uploaded that one of the best quotes is walk by faith and not by sight. That is another great, amazing faith quote. Walk by faith and not by sight. Live, be, imagine, feel by faith, you guys, by knowing. You're sure of what you hope for and certain of what you do not see. It's not in front of you. We know that. But you're being sure beyond that. You're seeing beyond that. A visionary, I always say this, a visionary is someone who sees the vision before it is, right? It's not a vision if it's in front of you and you can just see it. That's not a vision. That's just reality. A visionary is seeing and knowing what is before it is, right? Thunder says she was having a down moment earlier because you realize you're not over an old SP and triggered by his new girlfriend. But I got lost in my human self and got back out of that anxious state in 20 minutes. That's awesome, Thunder. Dracarius says, let me just touch on that really quick, Thunder, because that's the thing, you guys. It's not a bad thing to be triggered. It's not a bad thing to, feel something negative or feel or to be consumed, because we do get consumed. It's like I said, if God is going to trick itself into believing it's a human, it's going to have to be a convincing trick. Okay? It's going to have to be a convincing something, right? So, but it's about us being able to walk ourselves back to the God self, which leads me to Jacarius's question. She says, how do you identify with the God self? I don't think I fully understand. Dracarius, let's see. Thunder says deep meditation over time will help with identity with the God self and eventually detach from you. Yeah, definitely. Meditation is a wonderful way, like really understanding. There's so many different things to do really to identify yourself with the God self. But meditation is one of the huge ones to do. Even just experiencing Dracarius, understanding that you are like, yes, you are Dracarius, right? But there's a mind inside of you. There's like when you say out loud, I don't know, purple, there's a part of you that's saying that, and there's a part of you that's hearing yourself say that. There is an awareness in you that is aware of you. Like when you, and it sounds so trippy to explain, but you know what, Jacarius, there is a meditation that it's on, gosh, I don't remember what video it's on, but I'll put it in the comments for you. But that meditation actually, I feel like, is the easiest way to actually experience the God self, because it's not something that you can understand. And that's what I've been talking about is I can tell you guys all day conceptually, God is being you, right? And you can get that conceptually, but it's one thing to get it conceptually. It's another thing to actually understand and experience it. So, that meditation, I think, is a really great one for you. For me, it took me right into it. But there's a lot of different ways. I like reading Neville. I think Reverend Ike, for me, has been really helpful in understanding like the role of God as you, in you. Because with Neville is obviously the GOAT, but Neville, the way that Neville like explains things can be confusing, just to be real. It can be confusing the way that he's explaining things, and that can kind of put you off to not really want to read it. But Reverend Ike, I feel like, is very straightforward. The only thing is he's very preachy. He's a preacher. So if that bothers you, but he's only like spitting straight facts. Like I wouldn't put you onto him if he's like, he's spitting straight facts, and he's really hammering in that you and God are one. And he uses a lot of Bible verse to like explain that. So that was very helpful to me. But between meditation, even that, and even Jacarius just going within and intending to understand it, to experience your God self, because sometimes we're so focused on the desire, like, but spending maybe some of that time focused on connecting and knowing yourself as the God self it'll be so much more beneficial to you, because then all your desires are going to seem like cake. You know what I mean? So that's something that you can try. Let's see. Yeah, you said you've never tried it, Dracarius. Yeah, it's worth, definitely just try. And just be consistent with it, you guys, really. Let's see. Okay, Thunder says she has a success story. A few weeks ago, her dad had lines on his legs where hair had gone or grown. Oh, where hair had gone, alopecia. And I imagine him telling me it grew back despite it being impossible. 2 weeks later, all of the hair grew back. Even though the hair root had completely vanished, I didn't accept it. I love that. That is so awesome. Thunder, I love that. That's such a perfect thing, because nothing is impossible. And doing things like that, you guys, helps just build your faith in the impossible, in things that seem out of our reach as people, as human. When you go in your imagination and see it done anyways, it gives you faith, and faith is like a muscle where it allows you to have bigger faith for the bigger things that you want to manifest into your life. Okay. Thunder says, how do I personally meditate? Do I lie down or sit up? So I lie down and I sit up as well. Usually though, for the deepest meditations, you guys, posture is something that is very important in meditation, because when you want to descend into a deep meditation, stillness is a big part of that. Okay. So if you're like not comfortable, or if you're maybe Like when you're sitting, if you're not sitting in a position where your body is supporting itself basically, or you have like back support or something, eventually you're going to have to move, or you're going to be uncomfortable or something like that. So when you get yourself into a right position, I can't remember the specific type of Buddhism, but I was listening to this Buddhist, and they were talking about the correct position of meditation, where basically your spine is stacked and you're completely like aligned, so that your body is fully supporting itself, so that you don't need to necessarily support your body. But you know, I just sit. I don't sit like, I'll sit like cross-legged, or I'll sit with my feet like this or whatever. But I find the deep, like those are my deepest meditations. I also meditate lying down sometimes when I'm feeling lazy. But that can lead you to falling asleep. For me, that's the only thing about that, is that I can get so sleepy and tired that I fall asleep when I'm meditating. And that happens with a lot of people, which is why I definitely recommend you sit up, because sitting up, your body is in a position to where it knows that it should be awake, right? But it's not, but it's still in a position to where it can relax fully. That's the perfect position, where you can be fully awake but also fully relaxed at the same time. Your body basically is almost sleeping, but your mind is awake, right? So I hope that that helps. Hey, Veronica. Yeah, you guys are interested in that meditation. So it's called Reach the Dimension of Stillness. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments for you guys as well. But that meditation it's like chef's kiss for really allowing you to experience in real time the God self, okay? Let's see. Thunder, how do I stop waiting around for the body to change? I don't think about it as much, which is a good sign, but still. Because you're not waiting for it to be changed, Thunder. You're accepting that it already changed. You're accepting that it's done already. You know, so stop looking at it as something that's happening, and start looking at it as it already happened. So when you start looking at your body, and that's what I mean about detaching from the 3D, which maybe I'll make a video about that tomorrow, but stop looking at the 3D to verify what you want, right? You have to accept it as a fact in your brain, regardless of what it looks like. And when you accept it as a fact in your brain, you're not waiting for anything. You're already knowing it's done. So when you find yourself in the waiting, or find yourself like it's not here yet, remind yourself, no, yes, it is. It is here. It already happened. And I can't believe it was so magical. Go back to the beginning of this video and do the exercise that I took you guys through of sitting, really sit in the end, sit in. Instead of saying, how do I stop waiting around for the body to change? I want you to see yourself looking in the mirror at your ass like, oh my God, it really happened. Like, and I didn't even exercise. I didn't even work out. I didn't even do anything. And it really happened. Oh my God. I want you to be like touching it, like looking like, oh my God, like including sensory vividness. You can even have one of your friends like, damn girl, what you been doing? What kind of squats you been doing? Like dwell in the end, guys. Dwell in the end, even if you can't live in the end, right? The step before is just to dwell there sometimes. And this video, that's what this was for. Dwell there, go there, be there, occupy yourself there. And you'll see that you maybe spend more time waiting around for it, which is what you're out picturing, than actually being there with the body change, okay? So, okay, Veronica says detach from 3D would be a great video. Perfect. Then I know what I'll be talking about tomorrow. I love you guys so much. You guys are so wonderful, amazing, powerful, beautiful, everything. And I will see you guys tomorrow.